Hey guys, thanks for listening. This is a poem called Heal. Sit, silence, be. Sit, silence, be. Sit, silence, be with your own biology. I sat in silence. My intention, a technology to increase my stress tolerance, productivity, to make me a more effective member of society. I had no idea that eventually it would regift me my humanity, sensitivity, ability for real human connectivity. This technology is revolutionary. Sit, silence, be with your own biology. I came to know parts of me I honestly had not known were me. The iceberg of my subconscious, it increased its visibility. Age-old Jungian psychology, ideas that were swamping my psyche and yet honestly were completely unknown to me. Sit, silence, be with your own biology. We are microcosms. The chemistry of the cosmos, it collects in our consciousness. And just like the cosmos, we are full of light and full of darkness. Yes, the ego, it can be heroic, but it can also cloud you in unrealities, distort the truth, lead to addictive tendencies, disconnect you from your divinity and the divinity of community. Egoicy will only ever take us further from reality. This lesson I'm learning, and I've learned slowly and viscerally. Sit, silence, be with your own biology. When we are exposed to too much pain or vulnerability, degrees of which have been experienced by literally all of humanity, you do not have to have experienced huge adversity. Painful memories, micro traumas, not enoughness, it lives in all of us, unexceptionally, cellularly. The ego has a tendency to go into hyperactivity. The nervous system was taken to the edge somehow, and then life became one of unending defense. But here, this is where it gets so fascinating to me. On some level, your essence, your highest self, your soul, it knows your divinity, that aliveness, wonder, joy we all have in infancy. It will seek out material opportunities in this 3D to replay or to protect you from those tragedies, that sea of subconscious inadequacies ad infinity. This is a drive to free or to hide from the psyche the impurities imprinted on it by reality. Heal and you'll see it's a kind of sorcery. The world begins to configure a little differently. Sit, silence, purge those subconscious inadequacies, any electrifying memories. We can medicate and we can meditate. We can numb and we can know. In our secularity, our materiality, people are increasingly treated like machines to be remolded. But what about our essentiality, our quantum majesty, all of the signals from the soul? Those signs that your psyche's really just trying to make you whole again. They were unknown to me, untold by me, until finally I sat in silence and let them unfold. We are repelled and we rebel against otherness. But what if in fact that is just our own inability to accept all of ourselves? Division, derision, duality, fighting otherness because truly we can't sit with our own psyches. Vilification, venom, vitriol. We need billboards, but of our communal biology. En masse, at scale globally, we have world leaders with silent subconscious tsunamis in their psyches. Their inner children are drowning in anxiety. They are adults now, but they are still unable to face their own ephemerality. Do we strive for accumulation to protect us from our own mortality? Do we strive for superiority to protect us from our own vulnerability? Domination instead of unity, colonization instead of the celebration of diversity. I say this in a language that my ancestors were literally forced to speak. Sit, silence. We should face the shadows in our psyches. We can only invent at our level of awareness. The worlds that we build, they are a reflection of our collective consciousness. It's not really about any one person's biology, but about that precious non-physical phenomena, the Om, the entirety, the spirals of clarity amongst all of the darkness, a likeness to our collective shadow, a likeness to how in so many ways we still don't allow ourselves to see. Sit, silence, our thoughts, our intentions, our actions, our memories, all of it. They impact us cellularly, they impact our bodies. And while I am definitely no expert in pharmacology, I do question why in the 21st century we don't talk more about the body-mind complex at the pharmacy. Or what about we are microcosms of a macrocosmic entity, and we are physics as much as we are chemistry. Ultimately, we are energy, a mass of energetic interconnectivity expanding towards infinity. And what we do to each other within this mass, we really are on some level doing to our own psyches, microcosms of that macrocosmic entity, and yet they so rarely speak in those terms on TV. At first, this technology, it seemed so mute to me, so deeply distracting despite being completely distraction-free. But nothing, honestly, nothing has ever given me that little bit more access to the ultimately unknown alchemy that is self and reality quite so profoundly. What if instead of playing out our subconscious hurts and repressions on the collective, the community, within our societies, on the ecology, what if instead we chose this technology? It's quantum-like, and it's totally free. I sat in silence. My intention, a technology to increase my stress tolerance, productivity, to make me a more effective member of society. I had no idea that eventually it would transform my reality, regift me that priceless facility, humanity. Sit, silence, be with your own biology. The truth is, we are our highest form of technology. You are your highest form of technology. Sit, silence, be. In so many ways, we already have what we need. Thank you.